In many gardens, especially those with hard or lifeless soil, the first plants to show up aren't the ones we planted, they're the ones we usually call weeds. But what if those same weeds are nature's early responders, sent to revive dead soil, unlock nutrients, and prepare the ground for better growth? In India's diverse climates, several native and naturalized weeds are actually soil healers. They fix nitrogen, break compaction, protect against erosion, and invite microbial life back into barren patches. And if you're trying to bring dead soil back to life, whether in a backyard bed or an overused field, knowing which weeds help is as important as knowing which to remove. Let's look at 5 Indian weeds that are working underground to repair soil, even when it looks like they're just getting in your way. Punar, also known as Buerhavia diffusa, is a creeping perennial herb you'll often find growing in poor, dry soil. It doesn't ask for much, which is why it thrives where other plants fail. Its taproot system is its biggest asset. As it drills deep into compacted earth, it opens up pathways for water infiltration and air circulation. These root channels don't just loosen the soil, they also become highways for worms and microbes, jump-starting the soil food web. Letting Punar grow on the edges of your beds or in rotation between crops can help condition the lower layers of your soil without any tools or tilling. Jungle Jalibbe, also known as Lucina leucocephala, while it's often labeled as invasive, jungle Jalibbe is actually a nitrogen-fixing tree that, plays a valuable role in degraded or dead soils. Its roots house bacteria that convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms for plants, something that dead soil is often missing. Even if you don't let it grow to full size, young plants can be grown and chopped down from time to time, leaving the biomass to decompose and enrich the surface. The root system keeps working underground, slowly rebuilding fertility. It's honestly an aggressive but effective choice for jump-starting soil in severely depleted areas. Indigafra or Indigafra tinctoria. Krishna Neil, which is true indigo, is way more than just a dye plant. As a legume, it brings a really powerful nitrogen-fixing function to neglected soils. You can find it in dry, unworked land across India, and it hosts beneficial microbes around its roots that over time improve soil structure and fertility. In the right setting, you can grow Indigafra as a seasonal green manure, then cut it before flowering and lay it down as mulch. The biomass adds organic content while the underground nitrogen enrichment sets up your soil for more demanding crops. For soil that's tired, this plant is, honestly, a restorative force. Parthnium or Parthnium hysterophorus. This is honestly one of the most controversial plants in India, and Parthnium should never be handled carelessly or left unchecked. But there's a lesson here. It often grows where nothing else will. Dead soils, those stripped of life and organic matter, are commonly colonized by Parthnium first. Its taproot breaks into the compacted layers, and its dense canopy helps reduce further erosion. While this isn't a plant you'd intentionally cultivate in a home garden, its appearance signals where healing is needed most. With caution, its biomass can be composted off-site to build organic matter, but the better option is to use it as a signal and then follow with safer soil builders. Nutgrass, also known as Cyperus rotundus, is, well, a gardener's headache. But at the same time, it's also a soil's quiet repairman. Thanks to its web of roots and underground tubers, nutgrass naturally drills through dense, packed earth, creating those much-needed air gaps and water channels. You'll often find it thriving in dead zones, which usually means there's poor drainage and low biological activity going on. Now, even though it's tough to control, if you use it in a controlled patch and then solarize or shade it out after a season, nutgrass can actually prep tough ground for crops that just wouldn't survive otherwise. So it's really best used as a temporary tool in the worst areas, and then replaced once your soil structure improves. Let's take a moment to rethink the role of weeds. The weeds we usually ignore, or honestly rush to pull out, often hold important clues to what's happening in our soil. Far from being useless, these pioneer plants are actually nature's way of rebuilding soil ecosystems from scratch. Their roots help condition compacted soil, feed microbes, and even invite earthworms back into the mix. So many weeds are indicators of what's wrong underground, and believe it or not, some are actually part of the solution. Here on the Soil Doctor channel, our philosophy is pretty straightforward. Observe, understand, and work with nature to build living, resilient soil. These Indian weeds can totally be part of that strategy. Just use them intentionally. Allow them to do their thing. After that, follow up with compost, cover crops, and better management practices to keep the cycle going strong. Reviving soil does take time, but with the right approach, even the most lifeless patch can be brought back to life. If this guide gave you a new way to see your garden's weeds, go ahead and subscribe to Soil Doctor for more soil wisdom rooted in natural systems. And hey, if you know someone struggling with hard, unyielding soil, share this video and help them start where nature already has.